Big box retailer Target vows to increase its hourly wages to more than double the national minimum by the end of 2020. Target CEO announced the company will boost wages to $15 an hour over the next 3 years. He says the increase will affect thousands of its more than 300,000 employees and more than 100,000 seasonal workers. The move comes as Target works to pull itself out of a sales slump. CBS News financial contributor Mellody Hobson is in Chicago. Mellody, good morning.
Good morning.
First question I have for you, what will it mean for the cost of goods at Target? Will they go up as well?
Well, interestingly, what the company is saying is that prices are actually going to go down, not up. And we're seeing this in a lot of stories in retail right now, where lowering prices is a priority. We saw it with Amazon when they purchased Whole Foods. So they're saying they won't go up. In fact, they will go down. And to make up for that difference, what they need is scale, more sales.
Mm-hmm. So raising it to $11 an hour, Mellody, how does it compare to their competitors?
It would rank them number 5 amongst the big box retailers, with Costco leading the charge at $13 an hour, Nordstrom's behind them, Lowe's, and then Home Depot, then Target. It puts them in a pretty strong competitive position. When you think about of retailers who have $500 million in sales or more, the average hourly rate is around $9.
Are we simply going to see across the board of most companies a push towards, but not there, $15 an hour?
I think the bottom line, I don't know if it's 15 or 14 or 13, but the bottom line is these wages are going up. One reason is because we're at virtually full employment at 4.3% for our unemployment rate. The other thing is at this level, it's not necessarily so hard to get the people, it's hard to keep them. These are entry-level jobs where someone will leave for a 25-cent per hour increase and go to another employer. They also want to try to see a career path. They need a way to keep these people in these jobs. So telegraphing that they're going to $15 by 2020, I think, is a way of suggesting, stick with us. There's a way of making more money and having a career path here.
An incentive for a better workforce.
Excuse me?
An incentive for a better workforce.
Absolutely, and also to go up against the online retailers. Their asset, which many see as their liability, is the store. They want to make sure when you walk in that store, you're not lost. You can get what you need, and you can get a good customer experience. And there's a direct correlation between a happy employee and higher customer satisfaction.
Yeah, that would make sense. But there's sometimes pushback to raising the minimum wage. What's the downside, Mellody, as some see it?
The downside, as some see it, is that it leads to further unemployment because companies can't afford it. But this train has left the station. The federal minimum wage is $7.25. We're talking about $11 going to $15. We've seen some states like Washington and Massachusetts already go to $11. I mentioned Costco pays $13 an hour. People recognize you have to pay more.
All right, Mellody Hobson, always good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us from Chicago this morning.